Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I hope you all are fine and doing well. In our last classes, we have discussed the use of technology in training and development as well. Uh, and we have discussed most of the syllabus. So now we are almost at the end of training and development. So I think just few topics will be left. So we will discuss that in coming weeks. Today the topic is employee development. So we have discussed employee training, different types of training need assessment, everything regarding the training program. So today we will discuss employee development. What's the difference? I think we have discussed in certain areas the differences between training and development. There are very few differences that are having. We will discuss this, and we will discuss some examples, different purpose of employee development, why companies are trying to work for employees development in different aspects. So the first, let's discuss the example. There is a company which is in the United States. They are having a lot of branches. The company, what they do is they always provide different development program for their employees. What they do, they are giving partners, like they work with each other. The person who has more experience, a person came to the job, a new employee will work with him so they can learn from each other. So that's overall. Their founder says that nobody should be left alone. Their main goal is, or their main objective is to increase productivity and share the one job and trade responsibilities. They work with each other in order to achieve the goals and objectives of the company. So let's read the slide. Randstad USA is one of the largest recruiting agency in United States with over 600 branch offices. The company encourages its younger employees to pair with older, so more experienced employees. So new employees are paired with them most experienced employees, so they can learn from them. New sales agents are assigned a partner to work with until their business has grown to a specific size, and then they serve as a partner for someone who has just joined the company. Randstad used this approach to help 20 something employee identify with their job and reduce new employee turnover. Randstad manager believed that when Generation Y employees were share a job with someone who has success, depend upon their success, they get the support they need. So far, the partnering program has been successful. It has been improved employee retention rate 10% above the industry standard. So imagine if you join a company, you are a new employee, you don't know anything. They take you and pair you with a older experienced employee. So definitely you will learn new skills from them. You will learn a lot of new ideas, ways, everything. You will work from it. So Randstad has been pairing people since the company has started nearly 40 years ago. So they are doing the same thing 40 years for the past 40 years, based on the company founder motto that nobody should be left alone. The original goal was to increase productivity by having sales agents share one job and trade off responsibilities. Currently, the way of pairing works is that each week one person goes out making sales call and others stay in the office handling paperwork and interview potential worker. Then the partners switch responsibility. So imagine one week is you are doing one thing, another week you go to another. So one of the most important aspect of partnering program is that neither person is the boss. Both are expected to teach each other. That's very simple. For example, one 60-year-old senior agent is paired with a 28-year-old partner who is working in her first office job. The senior partner is helping the new agent understand how to ask client the right question, not to be timed when giving job applicants such as advice such as appropriate attire for our job interview. The senior employee has gained a new perspective from the younger employee about how to relax at work. Working with his younger partner encouraged another senior partner to overcome his hesitation in using the electronic payroll system that Randstad offered to save time and reduce paperwork. So you see that there are many advantages of working as a partner with each other. They learn from each other, they learn new techniques, they learn new skills, they learn from each other. So this is a company. Randstad also encouraged the partner to solve their own problems and dissolve partnerships only when major problems are occurring, such as when one person is sabotaging the other, or productivity is suffering. In these cases, which occur frequently, the cooperative partner usually leave the company. Randstad doesn't just pair employees together and expect that partnering relationship will be successful. The company select employees based on extensive interviews and requires job candidates to shadow a sales agent for a half a day. Interview questions focus on ability of the job candidate to work in teams and group, as opposed to wanting to be the star employee in relation sharing personal achievement. So that's all about the company. So what you got from that? So this company is following these things from last 40 years. So from last 40 years they are doing partnering. A new employee is paired with the experienced employee, so they can learn from him. For example, you are a salesman, you join the company, they ask you to stay with another salesman that is working there from last 10 years. So definitely you will learn new skills, you will learn how he behave with the customer, how he attract customer, how he talk with the customer, how he do each and everything, how he answer the call, how he is writing reports, how he sells. Everything regarding sales you will learn on a practical basis. So if you are a driver, for example, they ask you to sit with someone who has more experience. Same thing, different jobs. So they pair employees. So introduction, once we have discussed this, actually that's what we discuss. Employee development, most of the time it has some link with the company mission, objectives and vision and values as well. Traditionally, long time ago, people were thinking that development is only for management level employees, while the other employees like managerial level or line level, sorry, not managerial, the line employees, they receive only training. So nowadays, because of more engagement, employees engagement, companies are focusing on more employees engagement. They want their employees to be more engaged in the companies. Now they are focusing on talent management development. So these words are becoming most important for employees today. So as Randstad USA illustrate, employees development involves more than a training program. Employee development often has its root in the company's mission, goals and values, and is related to important business outcomes such as employee retention and the creation of an agile and talented management team in workforce. Traditionally, development has focused on management level employees, while line employees receive training designed to improve a specific set of skills needed for their current job. However, with the increased need to engage employees and the focus on talent management, development is become more important for all employees. So now companies, they want their employees, as I said, they want to engage their employees more in the company. So that's why they are focusing more on talent management development, which means they want to develop their talented employees. They want their career development. We will discuss that. So that's why companies are trying to more focus on talent management development. They're more focusing on attracting new talent, as we have discussed earlier on chapter 1, that companies that they're providing training and also development program for their employees, definitely it will increase their satisfaction rate. It will decrease the employees turnover in the company. So most companies, as we have discussed a lot, are spending millions of dollars in training and development programs for their employees in different countries, in different places, so they can we have discussed why they are providing training, the benefits of training for employees, and the benefit of training in development for the company. So as we have said, it's not only management, it's not only employees are gaining new skills or talent, but it's also the benefit is also for the company as well. The company is having competitive workforce, they're having top talent in the market. The turnover will decrease. Definitely once the turnover decrease, they will save more costs, so they don't spend more time on recruiting new employees, training, again they leave. So that's why as we have discussed a lot, that most of the companies in our country, they are not providing proper training for their employees. When you ask them how long you haven't attended a single training, they say last 5 years, 6 years, they haven't attended any training program related to their workforce, or they even don't have some of them. So that's why people are like employees or our people, they don't have options. They don't have options to go or to leave the job, so they are having family and all. In other countries, you are having different options. If you leave a company, you go to another company. There are millions of jobs available. So what is the company need? Employees. Here employees need the company, because they say, okay, if I leave this company, they don't provide me training, anything, but if I leave, then I might be jobless for 2-3 years, 4 years. So that's why they don't strike, or they don't say anything. They just go and do their job, and that's it, finish. They don't do anything regarding career building, regarding the employees development, regarding their training and development, or anything else. So that's why they're having a shortage in training and development, and also training their new employees. There is a company which called I think they're having different technical training team as well, so they're having different as jobs as well. So the division's Washington group development effort include formal courses, job experiences, and mentoring. An important focus in the company employee development program is training in management skills such as controlling cost and time management. So we have discussed controlling cost and time is a very simple point. I don't want to go through this. Also, technical training is combined with job experience to help employees better understand construction projects. One project manager worked on the construction of 6 auto plants, which helps him better understand each stage of the project. Several times each manager are invited to company's leader forum. So let me go through. Yes. So why they invite managers to leader forum? So they can the managers can come to the company, they can experience how the company is going, they can see what the top leadership are going through, what are the questions, what are the problems arised, how they solve problems. So that's why this company has invited their management as well. At the leader forum, executive present current business challenges that the company is facing and ask participants to work in teams to generate solutions. That's very, very important. So imagine the leaders, they ask the executive and others that these are the challenge we are facing. Please, what is your solution? Solution is very, very important. Unfortunately, if you go through any interview process here in Afghanistan, they ask you, please define this, please define that, please define for example, if you want to be a communication specialist, they ask you, please define communication. What are the 7 C's or communication? That's it. They are just asking you definition doesn't work. You need to ask solutions. You need to give them a case. Yes, this is the case, please find solution. That's it, real work. So you see that they are inviting their manager to sit with the leader for you. They raise the challenge. They generate, then they ask them solutions. For example, participants were presented with a business acquisition proposal. The experience gave manager the opportunity to understand how things works at the top of the company and to visualize all the issues involving decision making, such as considering labor union, local government. So they will understand what the top management is going through. They might be the next top leaders. So that's why. So the company's leadership excellence program involved pairing manager with executive mentor for 1 year. So that's it. For example, one manager who wants to develop his financial knowledge and presentation skill is working with his mentor to create financial plan for another business unit and present it to financial executives. So you see how they develop their new skills, how they develop their new employees, how they work through. You join a company, you want to increase your financial knowledge, they ask you to be with someone, they ask you to make a financial plan, so they help you. Once you have made financial plan, next time that's it, you know how to make financial plan. So you have learned what writing financial plan and also your presentation skills. For example, you don't know how to write a business plan, you are working in business development company, you're making business plans, so you don't know. The company asks you to join someone who has more experience in business plans and these things. So you join him, he helps you for 1 year. After 1 year, you can write business plans, you can present the business plans, you can do everything. So imagine, that's a very big achievement. That's a good idea. It definitely now you have been developed. Next time, if he resigns, so they might ask you to do the same job. So that's why this company is asking the manager present current business challenge, then they give manager opportunity to understand. So if the manager, basically this, as we discussed, development is for long-term purposes. So you ask your manager, you saw that he is a very talented, you ask him to come and join the top leader for you and discuss certain issues. Maybe next time he will be the CEO of the company. Today he is an employee, next time he is for example, assistant manager, then he become manager. So definitely, if you are an assistant manager, you can't be a CEO, because the CEO needs a lot of skills. You need to manage, for example, 200 people. You are a manager, you are managing 20 people. Slowly, when you get experience, then you become CEO, you manage 50 individuals. Slowly your careers goes up. So that's called development for your future job. So it's very, very important. So development refers to formal education, job experiences, relationship, and assessment of personality and ability that help employees perform effectively in their current job or future job in the company. So you see, development refers to formal education, job experiences, you work, education, then you work 10 years, relationships, assessment, and personality, different thing. Many companies use combination of development activities. For example, the Washington division of URS, so which we have to provide engineering, construction, and technical services for environmental management, industrial process, infrastructure, mining, and power project. The Washington division deals with difficult projects such as nuclear waste disposal and the upgrading of coal-fired power plants. So you see that this is a company. Steve Hanks, former CEO of the Washington division, believed in being involved in every aspect of employee development, from reviewing courses to mentoring employees' attendance and reviewing employees' course feedback. Hanks believed that the Washington division should be a constant learning organization, which was sufficient justification for the company's financial commitment to employees' development. He was not concerned that competitors would lure his employees. Instead, he worried that if the Washington division didn't train its employee, it would be stuck with unskilled and poorly performing employees. That's a very, very important sentence. Unskilled and poor performing employees. So he believed if we don't concentrate on employees development, definitely you will be having unskilled and poor performing employees. So you see, when you go to an organization, they don't have new skills. So if you move him from this organization to another, he don't know what to do. Why? Because they don't have skills, new technologies, new systems. They are not aware of these things. So that's why this company now, because development is future oriented. Now let's come to the differences between let me see, approaches. We will discuss this approach in the next class. So today I just want to discuss introduction and the difference between development and training. So there are just few differences which you can find. Because the development is future oriented, it involves, so as I said, development is most of the time future oriented. Training is like, and there is a performance. It helps employees to perform in their current job, to better perform in current job. So development also prepare them for next position, also increase their ability. There are many differences as well. So because development is future oriented, it involves learning that is not necessarily related to employees' current job. It's important to note that although training and development are similar, there are important differences between them. Traditionally, training is focused on helping improve employees' performance in their current job. Development helps prepare them for the other position in the company and increases their ability to move into jobs that may not yet exist. So you are, for example, they make you, they don't, a company is operating in in Kabul only. They don't want to, they are not operating in Eastern, but they are planning to apply to open the business in Eastern provinces of Afghanistan. So imagine they make you the head of Eastern zone. So what will happen? You don't have skills, you don't have anything. So because of that, they are providing development program. They might plan that maybe next 5 year you will be having, we need a person who is for the Eastern zone manager, responsible for Eastern zone. So that's why development will help you. Then they will be sure that this guy can run the company, this guy can easily manage works, because they are providing you different types of development programs. So that's why development prepare them for the position that might not even exist. Development also helps employees prepare for changes in their current job that may result from new technology, work design, customer or product market. So you see, there are, as I said, if you are working in a company that they are having different products, that they are having operating in different part of the world, they are operating in different countries, so the new technologies are coming, advancement and new technology, definitely they need you. So when they need you in another place, in another country, different types of customers, their work design, then you need what? development. So if you are not having skills, you don't know new technologies, you don't know how to work in another country, you don't know how to work in international market, you don't know anything, so definitely these companies will face challenges. So that's why these companies are planning for their employees development. So that's why companies are planning for their employees development, and they provide them training in different aspects. So because training often focuses on improving employees' performance in their current job, attendance at the training program is required. Development may be mandatory for employees who have been identified to have managerial potential. So you see certain your employees, you see certain of them are having very good talent, they are very talented, they are having good qualification, they are willing to develop, they are willing to study, they are very hard-working individual. Definitely in companies they see that these are our future managers, these are our future leaders, these are our future CEOs. So that's why they invest money, they invest time on this. So however, most employees must take the initiative to become involved in development. So that's why why is employee development important? That's a question you need to ask yourself. So why they are important, why companies are investing millions of dollars in their employees development program. So we have discussed this in employee training as well. So employee development is a necessary component of a company's effort to improve quality, meet the challenges of global competition and social changes, and incorporate technological advances and changes in work design. So these are very simple points. So I think we have discussed this in training as well. Development is also important for talent management, particularly for senior managers and employees with leadership potential. So recall the discussion of attracting and retaining talent in chapter 1. We have discussed why we need to attract top talent to our management, and why we need to retain them in the organization. So companies report that the most important talent management challenges they face are developing existing talent and attract and retaining leadership talent. So that's the challenge companies are facing. So increased globalization of product markets compels company to help their employees understand culture and custom that affect business practices. So that's why you see, that's why employee development is very, very important. So global competition, you are competing with the global companies, the challenges of global competition, social changes, technological advancement, different things. So that's why you need a person. So you see that the good example we can say is because of coronavirus, many lecturers or many even their employees in Afghanistan, most universities employees were not aware of how to use systems, how to use online lectures. But for other countries, in other countries, universities, they know how to use, because they are having online classes. So now if the companies were planning for online, they would have developed the skills of their employees that we might have online classes or this. So you need to have a training regarding this new technology. So that's why you see that that's employee development. So let me review what we have discussed today. So we have started with example of this company, which has why they are doing different partner, how they have developed their employees skills and talents. So they are having pairing with most experienced employees. Then we have discussed the introduction, there is a company, why we need that. Then we have discussed this example of the company, why managers are invited, why this top leader forum, they're inviting their existing managers to learn new things. So then we have discussed difference between development and training. You can find a lot of differences in books, in articles, or in even in some website or somewhere else. Please do some training. So as we have discussed before, my plan was more on practical basis. So I was planning to give each and every student to at least provide 2 training programs, or at least 2 or 3 training programs in the entire semester, because we are having just few students, so we have time for each and everyone. So you learn new skills, you learn how to give training, do you need training. So we would have done everything on practical basis. But still, if we get time, I don't think so to revise everything. I'm very 100% sure that you all know these things. You're in the last semester. So if we have 1-2 weeks or 3 weeks for offline classes till next semester, till you graduate, or then we might have practical sessions as well. So then we have discussed the difference between what is employee development. So in next class we will discuss approaches to employees development. See you inshallah in next class.